VPCS is a virtual PC simulator that you can run within GNS3 to actually simulate nodes, workstation servers on your networks to verify a data plane is getting to the endpoint successfully. Now, I am on the gns3.net website /download. And on this page is where you're going to find your GNS3 installers. But if we scroll all the way to the bottom under the associated softwares portion of the website, we can see the very last option here is VPCS. And the version that I'm going to download is 0.2.1 alpha. So we'll download that. Once that's installed, we can hit the Windows key and the R button and type in vpcs.exe, and that'll give us our shell for VPCS. But let's go to GNS3 and see how we can get this to work. I am going to throw a Cisco IOS device on the topology. I'm going to throw an Ethernet switch. Actually, let's do this. Let's go to Edit Symbol Manager, and I've already created it, but let's say I don't have it here. Let's get rid of that guy. And let's say we have a need to represent VPCS. So I'm going to select the computer icon under the available systems symbols column, add it to the customized nodes. I'm going to call it VPCS, and I'm going to make it a type cloud. Hit apply and OK. We can see we have a VPCS node over here now. Let's configure R1 with fast Ethernet port. Hit OK. And then let's configure our cloud device. So the way I did that, you highlight the cloud device or the VPCS node, right click on it, select the configure option, choose the name of the device itself, and under the set of tabs that we have here, we want to select NIO UDP. And from this, you'll see that we have our local ports and our remote ports that we can configure the node with. So we're going to choose just the default setting for this first one and hit add. And this is going to give us, again, the connection between the router and the VPCS node. We're going to hit apply and OK. We're going to use our connector tool, select fast Ethernet from R1 and connect it to C3, and we're going to select the port that we just configured, and it's going to be called NIO_UDP. We know that's different from these other ones up here, so that's how we can identify it. What are these other ones? These are associated with local interfaces off of my workstation here that are not going to be useful for this lab. So we'll select that. Then let's shut off our connector tool, start our topology. Once our router starts up here, we're going to go in and configure the fast Ethernet interface on the guy, and then configure an IP address on our VPCS node. Let's console into R1. R1 is running is a 3640. Let's see if it has any configuration on it on the interfaces. It does not, so we have a clean slate here. Let's also create a username, Cisco, password, Cisco. Let's create an enable secret password of Cisco. Let's go to fast Ethernet 0/0. 0/0. Give an IP address of 192.168.0.1/24. And we will enable the interface. Let's also go to line VTY 0/4. We will select login local. We will end that configuration. Now let's start our VPCS instance. We're going to do that by selecting the Windows key, or hitting the Windows key and the R button at the same time. vpcs.exe. We're going to use VPCS1. VPCS has multiple instances of PCs that you can run on it. If we take a look, we are in VPCS1 now. We can tell that by the command prompt. We type in the number 2. We're in VPCS2. And I'm switching between each one of the virtual PCs. 1 through 9 there. So that's how many you have available. If you type in the show command, you can see the configuration for all of those VPCS instances. We can see that we have link local addresses assigned to each one of them, but we do not have IP addresses. And we can see that these are EOI 64 addresses based off of the MAC addresses here. So 6801, 6801, 6802, 02. So just look there at link local and EOI 64. Let's go into VPCS1, apply the IP address of 192.168.0.2. It issues that with a default classful mask of 255.255.255.0. Let's ping 192.168.0.1. We can see that we have response back. Can we telnet from VPCS? Let's find out. 192.168.0.1. We cannot telnet. So let's see what commands are available to us. We have show, history, IP, DHCP, ping, traceroute. So again, just very rudimentary elements within the TCP/IP stack.